Helga?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rabine.
Hey.
It's nice to meet you. You can call me Matt. I'm going to be your physical therapist today.
Okay. All right.
So before we get started, I'm going to be writing a couple things down.
Okay.
And just kind of want to double check some information so we can get it right, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
So that's the whole purpose for me writing it down,
Okay.
so that I don't forget important information.
All right.
So Helga, how old are you?
I'm 24 years old.
24 years old?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Just double checking. And I believe that you're here, it says here, a left hamstring strain.
That's correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So have you ever been in physical therapy before?
No, I have not. This is my first time.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
what have you heard about it?
Well, I had a friend who came to physical therapy not too long ago, and it actually made her pain worse.
Really? Oh, no.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm definitely, kind of worried about that it will make my pain worse. That's definitely something I don't want to happen.
Yeah, well, I don't want that to happen either. I would like to hopefully help you through this. So my goal, Helga, is to try and help get you through this time here, and I don't want you to feel like, you can't say that you're in pain or anything like that, and I just definitely want to make sure that we can find an exercise or a test that we can do that will be comfortable for you.
Okay.
There may be some times when it will be a little uncomfortable and it might be necessary for there to be some slight discomfort.
Okay.
That's part of the process, but I don't ever want it to be too much. So
Okay.
feel free to let me know as we're going through it that
Okay.
it's uncomfortable, and so I just want to make sure that you are feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
Does it make you feel a little
That
bit
makes me feel better. Yeah,
It does?
thank you.
Okay, cool, awesome. I'm glad. As long as you can feel comfortable with this process. I know it's new, so just feel free to ask me questions
Okay.
anytime we're going through, and let me know anything that's going on.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
cool, awesome. Okay, well, let's get into it. So, Helga, what do you do for a living?
I am actually a trainer. I train
Okay.
dancers at SeaWorld.
Here in San Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're kind of like a mascot, chipmunks.
Really?
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of
yeah.
interesting. How long have you been doing that?
So about 2 years. I used to actually be just a dancer, so I
Okay.
would dance in this chipmunk costume. But now I just mostly train the dancers.
You do?
But I still
Okay.
do some backup and animal performances and concerts and things like that.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Kids probably really like that.
Yeah, they love it.
So, and that sounds pretty fun. That sounds like a fun job.
Yeah.
So, what does that job entail? Like some of the training versus dancing and everything.
Yeah, so the dancing part, I have to wear about a 30-pound chipmunk costume.
Whoa, 30
So
pounds?
yeah,
Shoot.
and
All right.
dance in that. So yeah, that's pretty grueling. But as far as just training the dancers, that's a lot easier. I am on my feet all day, training them, telling them what to do. But pretty much easier than the 30-pound chipmunk suit.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty hard to move.
Yeah,
especially with 30 pounds.
For sure.
So as for outside of work, do you have any hobbies that you do? Any kind of fun that you get into?
Yeah. I like to walk my dog, Casey.
Okay, what kind of dog do you have?
It's actually a Papillon dog.
Big dog, small dog?
Cute little small dog.
Small dog.
Yeah.
Cute.
I also like
that.
getting martinis with some of the other dancers.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That sounds fun. How often a week do you do that?
I would say about once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you go out, how many drinks do you think that you have whenever you guys
About
go
two.
out? About two?
Yeah,
Okay.
2 a week.
Gotcha. Sounds good. So martinis, though, right?
Yeah.
Pretty tasty.
Yep.
So outside of those fun hobbies that you have, what do you do for exercise outside of?
Actually, about 8 months ago, I started a running program.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, and
That's
I was really
awesome.
sticking to the schedule until this injury. Just kind of getting
Really?
fun and yeah.
Okay. Are you interested in getting back into that program?
Yeah, I am. I really am. I'm kind of worried, that I'm gonna have a hard time getting back into it because of this injury. But that's something
Okay.
I really want to do. I just don't
Okay.
know, how motivated I will be after this.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to try and help you maybe get back into that program if possible.
Yeah.
Because that's something that we could help work towards during this process, and that way, I'd like you to be healthy too. So, especially if you really enjoyed that program, would love to do everything I can to help you get back into that.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds great.
So we can work on some exercises here and work on some running tips and stuff like
Okay.
that as we're going through this. And if there's anything, how can I help specifically maybe with the running program in your mind?
Really just trying to keep me motivated,
Okay.
and I am worried about re-injury. So
Right.
just I don't know. I guess assuring that it will be okay.
Okay. Well, I can definitely guarantee you that my goal is not to re-injure you.
Okay.
So yeah, we can definitely work on that, and I definitely think that you're in the right spot. And I want to congratulate you for coming here, even though you're scared. So,
Yeah.
So that's really good, and that's a really great step to getting back into that running program.
Right.
So where you're coming here today? It says left hamstring pain. Is that the reason why you're coming to meeting with me?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Where is the pain?
I'll actually just show you.
Okay.
It's about midway right here, and
Right
I'd
here?
say it starts about right here and ends about right here.
Okay. What does that go anywhere in the front of the leg or the knee at all?
No, not at all.
No. Does it go in the calf, down by the ankle at all?
Nope, not
Anything
there.
in the toes?
No.
How about the hip and the low back area?
Nope,
No,
not
nothing
there.
right there.
Just
Nothing
right
in
there
front.
in the
Anything?
hamstring. Nope.
Okay, gotcha. So just right there in the back of the hamstring.
That's correct.
Okay, gotcha. So right about right like that.
Yeah, I'd say that's correct.
Good. All right, cool. And how would you describe that kind of pain?
I'd definitely say it's kind of a dull pain.
It's a dull pain.
It doesn't like sting or anything. It's just kind of like a dull, not really deep, but not really superficial.
Dull, achy kind of pain?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. At that, on a scale of 0 to 10, so 0, imagine, if you will, just no pain at all, and then 10 being the worst you've ever thought of.
Right.
What would that be on that scale at the absolute best case scenario?
Absolute best, honestly, I'd have to say a 0. There's some times, where it does not hurt at all.
It does come off. Okay.
That's
and
correct.
then at its worst, at its most painful.
I would say about a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then how about right now, as we're just sitting here?
Just sitting here, I'd say only about a 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So it is a little painful right now, especially I noticed you were a little slow getting up.
Yeah.
So let's see. How any numbness or tingling in any of those areas?
No numbness or tingling.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right. What kind of makes that pain worse?
Like I said, walking my dog, once I hit that 2-minute mark, it's really unbearable. And dancing really hurts it. And that's something I love to do, but I just can't do it anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that you have some crutches over here.
Yeah.
How long have you been using those?
For about 4 weeks now. I
Okay.
kind of off and on.
Okay.
Not super consistently, but.
Okay. Not super consistently, but you've been using it since.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, those are really good tools, and I'd like to help them, especially if they're helping you. But we also do want to try and progress the leg, and part of that is getting more weight on it.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if we can get to a point of maybe progressing you past using those, we want to use them as long as needed, but we just also want to make sure that we can get some weight on them.
Right.
So as we go through this, maybe we can coach you with different techniques and different things. So what kind of makes that pain better then?
Really just resting.
Okay.
Ice and really just resting it and elevating it.
Okay, so just kind of getting off of it.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. I just wanted to check to see how it's going throughout the day. So how is it in the morning when you wake up?
Oh, in the morning it's at its worst. It's very stiff and very painful. So it takes a little bit to kind of getting out of bed, going to the kitchen to kind of help
Yeah, gotcha. Get breakfast going.
Right.
How is it throughout the day as you go to work? As you kind of moving around?
Yeah, it kind of depends on if it's a weekday and I have work, it's pretty painful because like I said, I'm on my feet all day, walking around, moving around. But if it's a weekend, it's kind of a relaxed day. It's not that bad.
Okay, well that's kind of nice. So if you just kind of stay lightly active, it doesn't really get at you too bad. Okay.
Yeah.
How about at night?
Well, normally at night, I just come home, lay on the couch, so it's really not bad at all.
Okay.
I'm really resting most of the time. So in the night, it's not that bad.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so do you lose any sleep? So does it wake you up at night?
Oh, no, not at all.
It doesn't? Okay, gotcha. All right, that's good. So thank you for filling out the screening form.
Yeah.
I see here that you have circled the anxiety, actually.
That's correct.
Okay, gotcha. Do you have any medications for that?
I am not on any medication.
Okay.
I've dealt with this a while now, and I've kind of learned how to deal with it without medication.
Okay.
Like I said, it's been years now, so I've learned to develop some coping strategies, and I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on it.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, is there anything there's anything that I can do to help, ease this process too?
Okay.
If you're getting anxious, just let me know. I know it's going to be new, so just let me know
Okay.
if there's anything that I can do.
Okay.
And then, are you on any other medications right now?
I'm actually on Mobic. For the hamstring.
Gotcha. You're on Mobic for the hamstring?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And then I see that you did have a right labral tear on your hip.
That's correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
So, how long ago was that?
Ooh, I would say I was 18, so about 6 years ago.
Okay. All right, gotcha. Anything from that is still doing
no.
okay?
Good to go ever since the surgery.
All right, good. All right, cool. Awesome. Have you had any imaging done for the leg here?
I did. I actually had an X-ray and an MRI.
And an MRI?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So as we're going forward on our next visits, we're going to want to make sure that we can bring those in. So if you can bring those in the next time, it'll help me a little bit, see some of the notes on there, read them, and I can also teach you what's on them. It's kind of cool to learn what's going on.
All
right. Let's see here. So go ahead and tell me what happened. How did you hurt your leg?
Okay, yeah. So the other day I was just kind of hanging some flowers.
Okay.
And I was standing on about, I'd say probably like a 3-foot tall pot.
Okay.
And I go to step off, and I see little Casey running right there.
Oh gosh.
And so I tried to dodge her.
Yeah.
And so when I landed kind of like with my leg straight out and my heel kind of hit the ground first.
So like kind of like in like this position right here. Okay. So
like
leg.
that.
Okay. All right. So keep going. You almost hit Casey.
Yeah, and so like I said, last minute I kind of had to go like this in order to miss her. So it just kind of landed awkwardly.
Okay, I gotcha. It landed a little bit awkwardly. What do you think caused the tear?
Honestly, I think it because I landed awkwardly. I felt my hamstring stretch already when I was in this position.
Okay.
Plus, the added weight on top of that when I did, hit the ground. So I feel like that just kind of stretched it further than maybe it normally would.
What do you think, what kind of activities do you think there's going to help, what kind of treatments are going to help make this better?
Honestly, maybe some, stretching or strengthening the hamstring.
Okay.
Just to, not only help it get better, but maybe prevent it from happening again.
I think we can definitely work on some of those things. Absolutely. There's going to be some exercises I can show you and some stretches that we can do as we go through the process. Make sure that it's at its right length, and we can keep it strong so that it won't get hurt.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. Cool. So, have you ever had any injuries on that left side before?
No. This is the first time to this left leg.
Okay, gotcha. First time in therapy and first time in a
leg
injury.
First time for everything.
Yes,
that's
right? True. So what kind of goals do you have for our therapy together?
Yeah, I'd really like to start get back to dancing again. That's something I love. It's part of my job. I'd also really like to start walking Casey again, more than 2 minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so those are two things, that I really love doing and I'd really like to get back to doing.
Gotcha. And you're interested in maybe trying that running program
That's
again?
right, yeah. I would love to, get back on that consistently how I was. I know it's beneficial for my health. And so, that's definitely something as
I'd love to help you get back there because it's really good for you. And on top of that, you obviously seem to really enjoy it. Right. So I'd like to help you get back there. All right, so before... we do have a couple exercises that we'll be going through and some measures and stuff like that we might be taking. So how do you best learn? I could be giving you some demonstrations of some exercises. I could write out written instructions. I could give you some pictures. What helps you most?
I definitely feel like I'm a visual learner, so I think maybe you demonstrating would definitely help just so I can see exactly what to do.
I'd love to teach you. I can definitely demo those exercises. Is there anything that might get in the way of your learning?
Since I am new to PT, I'm kind of worried that I may get frustrated if I can't do the exercise correctly or stuff like that. I do kind of get frustrated easily, so I would, say that, I guess.
Absolutely, and this is a new process, and so it's going to be, obviously, whenever somebody begins something, we're all beginners, and it's okay, so when we go through this, don't worry too much about, making sure that it's all perfect and, we're moving through it fast enough. I'll take you through each step and teach you every little bit that we need to go through. Okay?
All right.
Thank you. Awesome. We're going to move on to the next section of the exams, the physical exam. So we're going to take a couple of